don't hold my hand, is that alright? Boondock Puffins, yeah, welcome to our channel.
So today we're going to look at this jacket. It's the women's Halvarssons, I'm never certain how you say that. This is what it looks like. I will put in some shots now for full length so you can actually see it when it's not just stopping halfway. So, coming up I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons of the jacket, why I chose this jacket, and stay tuned to the end when I will talk to you about other jackets that are out there for women. If you like this review, or you find it helpful, or you can identify with us as fellow motorbike lovers, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel to allow us to keep spreading motorbike joy. So, this is the jacket. Here is your overview. When I went to buy this jacket, I had 3 goals in mind. I wanted a jacket that was laminate. If you don't know what that means, don't worry, I will get to it. And I wanted something that was brightly coloured. Interestingly, this is what I ended up with. And something that was vaguely affordable. I managed 1.5 of these. I should say, in addition to that, I also thought that it was essential that it had CE approved armour. So I'm going to split this up into a few different categories for this jacket. So things like looks, fit and comfort, protection, waterproofing, temperature, and of course affordability. So to start with the look, this would probably get about a 7 out of 10 from me. It's not bad, it's not the most flattering cut, but actually it is, it's very nice. Why are there so few bright jackets out there for women? This has become a bit of a gripe of mine. I love wearing bright colours. But this is 2-tone, maybe even 3-tone, black, grey and grey. So we're getting there slowly. For fit, I am a size 10 normally in the UK, and this jacket is a size 12. I can fit a fleece underneath it even with the liner in, which is really useful. The one major flaw of this jacket is that it has really tight armholes. So you run the risk of your fleece rolling up your arms if you don't hold onto it really tightly. That's a bit of a pain when it's in really bad weather. The way to get around this as a top tip is to undo your arm zips, then put your hand in, and then do it all back up again. That works well to get around it. But for the most part, the fit is really, really good. For comfort, this would get an 8 or 9 out of 10. Aside from your sleeve issues, it's really comfortable. The other major drawback is this neck fastening. I don't think I have a particularly fat neck, but you sort of have to strangle yourself to get it done up properly to get the Velcro to meet. Really, it's not that bad. I leave it open a lot of the time, but when it's in really bad weather, that can be a little bit tricky. Part of that gets around by it has a storm collar that I will show you later that attaches to a piece of Velcro on the back, and so that gets around that problem. This is the storm collar. So to do it, the easiest way is to do up the actual jacket neck, and then it just Velcros to each other and also has a magnet at the bottom there, so that clicks in and that Velcros across. So then you can see everything is very waterproof and there are no gaps. You can see on the back it attaches just by Velcro, so that comes off like that. As for protection, it has CE approved armour in your elbows, shoulders, and it has a back protector. I didn't have it when we went to the Outer Hebrides. I had to use the one from my old jacket, which is much smaller. And then probably my main issue with this jacket, the back protector, is that if you sit down on the motorbike, which you tend to do, it presses up and you end up with pretty much a headrest. I don't know whether that's just because I have one that's a weird size, but yeah, I don't use the back protector that should come with it. Waterproofing, 10 out of 10. This jacket could not get better. There is a laminate jacket, so the water just rolls off, it doesn't soak in from the outside. So lots of jackets have a waterproof membrane. This one is waterproof from the outside, which is great when you're camping and you've got to put gear on the next day straight away and you haven't got anywhere to dry it. So waterproofing, absolutely phenomenal. Really can't fault it. Temperature wise, also 10 out of 10. It's got a removable thermal lining, and the jacket is still comfy without that. And it's got plenty of zips, so you get ventilation when you need it. But yeah, ideal. So affordability. This would get about a 7 out of 10. It's not the cheapest women's jacket out there. It comes in at around £500. Stay tuned to the end of this video when I will run down other jackets that are out there for you. And this, for me, was the best combination of all the things that I needed. I couldn't have had a cheaper, lighter jacket because I needed it to be warm and to withstand all weather. I also needed the thermal wear to brave the UK weather that we encounter all the time. And as much as I would love a RUKKA jacket, sadly, not yet in my price range. Other noteworthy features that this jacket has, it has magnetic clasps as well as Velcro on the bit that covers the zip, so that's really satisfying. Also, I found accidentally you can carry your keys attached to this magnet. I don't recommend it, but fun. And it also has a magnet in this bit here so that your flap stays attached down, it doesn't flap around in the wind. The other thing I meant to mention is the pocket situation of this jacket. So you have two pockets, out of shot, here. They're just hand pockets like that. They fit everything essential in, so fine. You have a waterproof pocket on the inside there, which fits everything else important. So not a bad pocket arrangement. You also have vents in the jacket which keep it nice and temperature regulated. I mentioned them earlier when we were talking about temperature. So there you go, and you also have them on your arms there as well. Adjustments, you have two different poppers that you can pop on the arm. Sadly nothing that makes this bit less tight, but then it does mean that your gloves keep nice and tight and no water goes in. Overall then, I think this jacket is an 8 or 9 out of 10 for a jacket that is so expensive. For me, I would hope that it could be a little more stylish, but my feeling is always for motorbiking that sort of protection and utility over style any day. That said, I would highly recommend this jacket. It's laminate, didn't falter, it kept me warm when I needed to, cool when I needed to, it kept me safe for several hundred miles, and so far it has been exactly what I require of a jacket. Actually, shout out to the guys at Infinity in Wallingford who helped me pick out my jacket and have helped me with far too many motorbike things. So, other options that are out there. I was really specific in what I wanted. I wanted to have a touring jacket that came down far enough so that I didn't get any awkward gaps. I didn't want any of the cropped ones. I wanted a laminate jacket, and I also wanted something that was a bit bright. Essentially anything but plain black. And while I would love a leather jacket, it's not that practical for touring in Scotland. What else is out there? For starters, you've got the ALPINESTARS Andes V3 jacket. It's a DRYSTAR jacket. I've heard really positive things about this. Actually, I have the matching trousers, which I will do a review for in a different video. The reason I didn't pick that is that it wasn't laminate. I didn't want the idea of having all that water retained in the outer layer, but everything I've heard about it has been super positive, and it comes in at about just under £200, so significantly cheaper. You've got the Merlin Carina waterproof jacket, also gets positive reviews, and it has some stripes of colour. Whoa. It has a waterproof membrane again, and also they've both got thermal liners, and the Merlin jacket is again £200. You've got Risha's Infinity 2 Pro waterproof, and honestly, if that had been available when I was looking, I probably would have got it. My only gripe with that is that it's only plain black. But aside from style, it's a really good jacket. It's also laminate, and by all accounts, it's very comfortable and fits well. Final two are the REV'IT Sand 4 H2O jacket. I know REV'IT has other jackets out there. This is the only one I've come across. That would seem to be a really good option if you're touring in a variety of different environments. It's got a removable thermal and waterproof liner. You have all your options, and that's about £420. And then if you have no problem with price, you can get the RUKKA kit, which always is fun to look at, but I've schooled myself out of that until I can justify it. Spending enough time on the bike or being a millionaire. The only other one I could mention is the Oxford Montreal 3.0 jacket. It has some mixed reviews in terms of its waterproofing, and on some sites at the moment it seems to be discontinued, but on the whole everything's quite positive, so it would be worth a shot. I don't know more about it than that, unfortunately. As a quick side note, last thing I will say, you also can consider getting a man's jacket or a unisex jacket. The only reason that women's jackets are sometimes nicer is that we have narrower shoulders, wider hips. and so the cut is sometimes nicer, well, usually nicer in women's jackets. But if you're not fussed about that, then just go and size it up and try it on, and often you will find cheaper options in the men's range. Links for all of the jackets that I have mentioned will be in the description below, so check them out if you need any help. If anyone has any other suggestions, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to know what else is out there. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with all our latest motorbike videos. See you next time.